Hello everybody, welcome to the virtual classroom. Today I am going to start my fifth lecture on engineering mechanics. Here I will discuss the shear force and bending moment diagram of simply supported beam. Now, in previous lecture we have learned how to draw the shear force and bending moment diagram. We have the conception. See here, it is also similar, but in that class it was the cantilever beam, and presently here it is the simply supported beam. And here also we will consider two different types of combination: the simply supported beam under uniformly distributed load and point load. Let's go to the topic now. Here we have to find out the shear force and bending moment equation, and then the corresponding shear force and bending moment diagram of this simply supported beam, which is subjected to a point load at a distance of A from end A, capital A. The position of F force is in between A and B. The corresponding distance is as given A and B from corresponding point A and point capital B. The length of the beam is L. Now let's draw the free body diagram of this beam. As there is no horizontal component of the applied force, so though it is the pinned support, only vertical component of reaction is present, but no horizontal component. Or if we assume that a horizontal component is there, then summation of fx 0, only that reaction will be there and that will be 0. Now first step is to find out the value of this reaction force Ra and Rb. So for the entire beam subjected to force F, Ra and Rb, it is in static equilibrium under this 3 force. So summation of Fy is 0. Ra and Rb both is upward, let's consider it as positive, and F is downward, so it is negative, that is equals to 0, or F equals to Ra plus Rb. But this is not the sufficient condition to find out the value of Ra and Rb. Now use other equation and the condition. The condition is summation of all moments about any point is 0, as it is static equilibrium, means it is no rotation is there. We can measure the moment with respect to any point, maybe A, maybe B, X, or any other point. But for simplicity of calculation, we will consider either point A or B. Let's consider we are measuring summation of moment about point A. Then RB. Distance of RB is A plus B or L. This moment, under the action of this force, the beam can rotate in anti-clockwise direction about A. Let's consider this anti-clockwise direction is positive. So RB into L is the positive moment here. The distance of RA from A is 0, so RA into 0. And F into A. Under the action of this F force, the beam can rotate in clockwise direction about A. So it is opposite to the previous direction means anti-clockwise. As we have assumed anti-clockwise is negative, so this clockwise rotation is positive. So this FA is minus or minus FA is the moment. So the total moment is RA into 0 plus RB into L minus FA, that is equals to 0. Now solving equation 1 and 2, we are getting the value of RA and RB in terms of F and A, B and L. So RB equals to FA by L, RA equals to FB by L. So this is the value of reaction. In previous example, in the last class, we have shown a simply supported beam where the F force was centrally applied. In that case, due to symmetricity, RA and RB is was equal. So in that case, there is necessity to consider this equation. But here, as it is not symmetric, so and two unknown RA and RB is there. So to get the value of RA and RB, the summation of Fy is equals to 0 is not sufficient condition. And that's why we have considered the other condition of static equilibrium. Now, we have to find out the shear force. Let's consider any section X. Now, the characteristics of shear force and bending moment will change on the position or at what distance we are considering this section X. It is before F or after F. That is a significant change. That's why we will consider two different sections. One is before F, where the value of X is in between 0 and A, 0 and less than A, just before this point. And another is consider any distance X here, this X here, this distance is from A to L. Now, draw the shear force, calculate the shear force. This is the free body diagram of the section. Only force RA is there, which is upward. So it is the positive force, and this is the shear force. So shear force equals to summation of Fy equals to Ra. That is equals to Fb by L. As Ra already we have calculated, Ra equals to Fb by L. So this is the value of shear force when X is less than A. But now, when the value of X means the point Xx is from here, means at X equals to A to X equals to L, in between these 2 points, then we are getting another force F. So in summation of Fy, we are getting R1 upward force and F1 F downward force, means minus. So R1 minus F, or Fb, substitute the value of R1 and get Fb by L minus F. That is equals to minus Fa by L. So this is the value of shear force when the value of X is greater than or equals to A. Means from this point to this point for the entire zone. Now from these two equations, see, in both the cases, the value of shear force is constant. Here this Fb by L, it is constant, means you are getting a horizontal straight line because the shear force is not a function of x. So it is horizontal straight line, slope is 0, and here also slope is 0, but the magnitude is not same. The magnitude is minus Fa by L. Now, using these two equations, we can draw the shear force diagram. So this shear force diagram starts from FB. This is the FB by L that is calculated here. Let us continue up to point A, and at A, due to addition of this F force, the shear force is decreases from FB by L to minus Fa by L. So this is the diagram, and then again constant. So this is our shear force diagram for the simply supported beam subjected to a concentrated force F at a distance of A from left end. Now, what is the bending moment? Again, for this section, the bending moment is Ra into distance x. So it's a linear function of x. Substitute the value of Ra. It is Fb x by L. So it's a function of x, and it is in between 0 and D, like the shear force. But here it is not constant, rather the bending moment is a linear function of x. And at x equals to 0, the bending moment is 0. So it's a straight line starting from origin and a positive straight line. So this is the bending moment. Now the next part, when the section is in between F and this B point, then the bending moment is equals to Rax, this is minus, it's not equal, minus Fab by A. M equals to, here it is M equals to Fb x by L. Rax minus F x minus A. If the point is here, Ra force is there and this is the distance. So Rax. Direction clockwise. So it's considered positive. And then this F distance is x minus A is the distance. And direction anti-clockwise about this point x. So anti-clockwise means here negative. So that is equals to Fa L minus x by L, where L minus x means, so it's also a function of x. Now at x equals to L, Fa moment is 0, and at x equals to A, moment is Fab by A, L, same as this one. So from the next part, here to here, the bending moment is starting from here. Again, this bending moment is a linear function of x, so it's a straight line, and it is finished at 0. So here. So finally, we are getting the bending moment diagram as this. So this is the shear force and bending moment diagram of a simply supported beam subjected to concentrated load F. Then it is another example. When the same simply supported beam is subjected to a uniform load, uniformly distributed load. The intensity is omega Newton per meter. And here again find out the reaction forces. There is a symmetricity. So from the symmetricity, we can say that Ra equals to Rb, and the total vertical load is omega into L. So each of the reaction is omega L by 2. Now draw the free body diagram of this part A to X. The load here is omega X working at a distance of x by 2 as per the discussion of a uniformly distributed load in the last class, last lecture. And this is the, due to roller support, a vertical reaction force is there. And let's assume here the shear force is Fs and the bending moment is M at a distance of x. Then our shear force diagram we are getting from the equation. Write down first the shear force equation. So this Fs is summation of all the forces. What forces are there? Ra and this omega x. Ra is upward, consider it as positive. Omega x is downward, consider negative. So Fs equals to summation of Fy equals to Ra minus omega x. Substitute the value of Ra. We are getting Fs equals to omega L by 2 minus omega x. So again, it's a straight line because it's a linear function of x. Now apply some boundary condition. Boundary condition means at x equals to 0, substitute the value, then you are getting the shear force equals to omega L by 2. And x equals to L, you are getting minus omega L by 2. So the shear force is varying from omega L by 2 to minus omega L by 2. Means the shear force diagram will intersect the origin at a particular point. At which point the shear force will meet to the origin, horizontal axis, x axis. For to get it, so when the shear force will meet at the x axis means shear force is 0 there. So substitute in this equation Fs equals to 0. So omega L by 2 minus omega x equals to 0. It gives us x equals to L by 2. Means the straight line, the shear force diagram will intersect at the middle with the x axis. So the shear force diagram is a straight line starting from value omega L by 2 to minus omega L by 2 and intersecting the x axis at a distance of x by 2. Now it is the bending moment. What is the bending moment now? For this section xx, the moment bending moment produces due to Ra and omega x. Due to Ra, what is the omega? What is the moment? Ra into x. X is the distance here. Ra into x. Value of Ra, omega L by 2. So the moment due to Ra is omega Lx by 2. It is clockwise. So consider it is a positive minus omega x into x by 2. Omega x is this value of force. Distance from x is x by 2. So omega x into x by 2 means omega x square by 2. Under the action of this omega x, this segment will tends to rotate anti-clockwise direction about x. So it is negative. So finally, our equation is m equals to omega lx by 2 minus omega x square by 2. Now apply the boundary condition. At x equals to 0, substitute the value, you are getting moment equals to 0. Again, at x equals to L, you are getting moment equals to again 0. So moment is 0 to 0 and from this equation it is clear that it's a curve like a parabola. So we are getting the curve like this. Now, as it is 0 to 0 and it's a parabola, so there is a maximum point, maximum value of this moment. We can find out by the formula of mathematics that to have the function of maximum values gm by dx, differentiate this moment with respect to x, and that is equals to 0. So dm by dx equals to omega L by 2 minus omega x from this equation. Drive this. Then x equals to L by 2. And the maximum value substitute here in this equation x equals to L by 2. Then we are getting m equals to L square by 8. So the bending moment diagram is parabolic starting from 0 ending at 0 and the maximum magnitude from this point to this point is L square 8. So it is the total shear force and bending moment diagram of the simply supported beam subjected to uniformly distributed load. The references that I have used to prepare this video is this.
Okay, student. So this is all about the shear force and bending moment diagram of some standard beam and under standard loading conditions. In last two lectures, I am discussing that, and in the next lecture, I am going to discuss the shear force and bending moment diagram again, but that is under the combination of load. Means not only single types of load will be there, combination of load. So I will request you to follow that lecture where I will also determine the value of the shear force and bending moment, particularly values. Thank you for listening the lecture and your patience. Thank you.